Good morning and welcome to our live stream music class number 27. So nice to see people joining in here. Let's see who we have today. We have Felix is here, we have Vera, and we have Liam Wood. Awesome. So nice that you could join us today. And Catherine too. Fantastic. The more the merrier for us. That's great. So we're going to start today, with something we haven't done in a little while, and that is we are going to be starting with happy birthday. We have two birthdays that actually are on this very day. So we're not doing it early. We're not doing it late. We have Cohen in grade 2 and Silas in kindergarten, and they both have their birthdays today, June 10th. So it would be nice for us today to start off with a happy birthday for them, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cohen and Silas. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, guys. If you haven't caught us live, hopefully you'll see this when you play it back, or else you're feeling the love wherever you are right now. So happy birthday to Cohen and Silas. And let's see, we also have Stephen has joined us and Lily as well. So welcome to Stephen and Lily. Awesome. So it's so great that we've got everybody together. I know some of you were at school on Monday when you had Monday's broadcast, and now you guys are all at home today. So it's nice to see we have the extra people online because you all have your own device to watch on when you're not at school. Okay, so what we're going to do to start off with is we are going to do the song that we were learning on Monday, the Let Your Light Shine song. So we were talking about how it's really nice to have a reflective song sometimes, something that makes you think a little bit. And as our school motto is all about I am the light of the world, and our school song and Let Your Light Shine is the name of our song right now. And I figured it would be a pretty good one for us to do as we're coming to the end of our school year. So I'm going to just play the chorus for you because that's the part that we learned. Okay, so our song goes, let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine all around the world. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine all around the world. So the words are pretty easy. We just need to remember the tune for each part. Here we go. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine all around the world. Okay, so you guys remember that? So we're going to start with the verse, and then you guys can join in when we get to the chorus. Okay, so I'm going to start with the verse, and if you think you remember any of it, you can join in, or you can just wait till we get to the chorus. Okay. The stars up in the heaven shine upon us with their light. each star has a special place in the sky. Well, each of us is special too, and we all have a place. So let your starlight shine. Here's our part. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine all around the world. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine all around the world. Good. So you'll notice that the first time that we sing the word world, that there's actually 4 notes for the word world. It goes world. And then at the very end, it's just a very long 1 note. World. So let's try just singing the chorus one more time, and then we'll see if we can do the whole thing again after that. So let's try from the chorus. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine all around the world. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine all around the world. The stars up in the heaven shine upon us with their light. Each star has a special place in the sky. Well, each of us is special too, and we all have a place. So let your starlight shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine all around the world. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine all around the world. Let your light shine all around the world. Okay. Well, very good if you were able to help join in with that one. This is wonderful. Okay. And we have, we have some people at school today. We have Ethan and Liam, Henry and Lulu and Owen. So good morning to Ethan, Liam, Lulu, Henry, and Owen. Nice to see you guys have joined in. And we also have, let's see, who else do we have? And we have Evan here, and we have Julian, and we have lots of people wishing happy birthday to Cohen and to Silas, if you missed that before we started. And we also have Marley, and we also have Eva. So we have lots of people that have joined in on their own devices today. That's wonderful. So good to see you're all here. Okay, so on Monday, we also learned the Listen to the Water song. And that's pretty easy because we keep singing, listen to the water, rolling down the river. Listen to the water, rolling down the river. So pretty easy song. And then it talks about all the things that are happening down by the river. And there's the beautiful musical sounds of the river. And then there's birds, fish, ducks, and flowers that end up in our song too. So let's see if we can sing that one. So it goes like this. Listen to the water, rolling down the river. Your turn to sing that with me. Ready? Listen to the water, rolling down the river. And the second time's almost the same. Listen to the water, rolling down the river. Your turn. Listen to the water, rolling down the river. And that's our chorus. And then we go into the verses, and they're really easy to follow along with. So let's start from the beginning. Are you ready? Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. We saw some birds by the waterside. We saw some birds by the waterside. We saw some birds by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. We saw some fish by the waterside. We saw some fish by the waterside. We saw some fish by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. We saw some ducks by the waterside. We saw some ducks by the waterside. We saw some ducks by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. We saw some flowers by the waterside. We saw some flowers by the waterside. We saw some flowers by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Oh, by the waterside. Okay, so I hope you remembered some of that, or if it was new for you today, if you were able to join in. That's a great song for us to be able to be doing around this time of year too. All right, so we have some other people that are joining us here. Oh, and some other reminders out there to not keep sending emojis. Good plan, because it takes up our stream, doesn't it? All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is our June is a tune rhyme. Let's see if you remember the June is a tune rhyme. I'll just quickly go through it and you can repeat it after me, and then we'll try adding some body percussion. So it's June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Good. Okay. So let's just see if we can go through that, and we're going to clap the beat. Okay. Off we go. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Good. Well done. So now we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to do the rhythm, the way the words go. So this time we're not keeping the beat at all. We're going to clap at the same time that we speak. Are you ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Very good. You guys did a good job with that. So now what we're going to do is mix it up and make it a bit harder. So we're going to do the beat for the first line, the rhythm for the second, the beat for the third line, and the rhythm for the last line. Let's see if you can keep up. Are you ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Okay, how did you do? Did you manage to do the right thing at the right time? Okay, so now what we're going to do is to totally make it all really tricky is we're going to do it the other way around. So we're going to do Rhythm for the first line, beat for the second. Rhythm for the third line, beat for the last line. I wonder if you can keep up. I wonder if I'm going to be able to remember that too. So rhythm for the first line. Here we go. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. All right, well done. Oh, and now we have Allegra too. Hi, Allegra. You just joined us in time to try the last June is a Tune verse here. So let's see. We're going to try this time beat for the first line. The second line, we're not going to say the words. We're just going to have our hands say the words. The hands are going to do the rhythm. Beat for the third line, and our hands are going to do the rhythm for the last line. Let's give it a try. Are you ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a bumble of one small bee. All right, well done. Okay, so well done, everybody. If you managed to follow along with that, that's great. And thank you, Felix, for reminding everybody we're not putting gifts in the comments. All right, so here we're going to go and see if you guys remember the composer that we were learning about when we did our music class on Monday. And I'm wondering if you remember that our composer was Italian, and he had his last name began with the letter V. Wonder if we remember who that was. His first name was Antonio, and his last name was Vivaldi. Antonio Vivaldi. Certainly sounds Italian to me. Well done. Yes, Felix remembered it was Vivaldi. You probably had to type that in really fast. Okay, so yes, we have Antonio Vivaldi for our composer today. And so let's just remember how that's spelt. There we are. There's Antonio Vivaldi. And he was born a long, long time ago. He was born in 1678. And like I said, he was born in Venice, in Italy. So when we were talking about that being a very, very long time ago, we were talking about how old that Vivaldi would be if he was still around today. And that we figured out with our math was going to be 342 years old. And like we said, is obviously not alive today because nobody lives that long, but he would have been 342. So that just shows you exactly how long ago that he was born and that we are still listening to his music today. That's why I always tell you about how old they might be today, because it makes you really think that if they wrote such amazing music that we're still listening to it 342 years later, it must be pretty good music. So that's why I always mention that. And then we also mentioned that Antonio Vivaldi had a nickname, and his nickname was the Red Priest, because he was a priest for a short while, and he had flaming red hair, and which was very, very noticeable and stood out and made him really look, quite distinctive. And so he was named the Red Priest. I wonder if anybody remembers what instrument Vivaldi played. He played a stringed instrument, and he also played in little ensembles, which are little groups of players, and he wrote a lot of music for this instrument. Like nearly all of his music that he wrote was for this very special stringed instrument. And that instrument was the violin. And I showed you on Monday my cello, which I've brought out a few times, which is like a big version of the violin. And Vivaldi wrote music for the violin and all the strings, and his most famous piece of music was, I wonder if you remember, was all about the seasons of the year. Oh, and Henry knew it was violin. Well done, Henry. So the most famous piece of music that he wrote was actually called The Four Seasons. And so we know that the four seasons of the year are spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter. And we talked on Monday about spring and summer. And so today we're going to talk about the third season that he wrote music about, and that is autumn. Sometimes we call that fall, and sometimes we say autumn. I think autumn's more of a European word. I think over in North America, we use the word fall quite a bit, but we still know what that means. So the music for autumn was very, very interesting. And Vivaldi wrote a piece of music for autumn, and it included 3 parts. And the 3 parts are all quite different. And the part that I'm going to share with you today is the third part. And it sounds like, if you can think of a horse riding through all those leaves that have fallen off the trees, and imagine going on a horse ride, and we've got a very, very strong beat that's going on in this piece of music. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you could imagine riding a horse as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I have a little listening map, which is going to help us follow that. And if you look right here, you will see that it's got a picture of a little drawing of Antonio Vivaldi. And we've got his name up here. And then actually, if I put it really close, you'll see there is some words in Italian, and it says El Tono, and that means autumn in Italian. So that's kind of cool. And you see all of these leaves that we've got here. We've got some big leaves here, which we'll have to see what happens in the music. We'll see what happens in the music when these are big. And then we have some smaller ones here, and that carries on. And then we see over here that we have our leaves here. And then we have some leaves that go smaller. So I wonder what's going to happen to the music when the leaves go smaller. We'll have to give that a listen and find out. And you guys can maybe type it in the comments if you figure it out. So let's try and follow along with our little listening map here and see if we can follow the music and figure out why there's different sizes of leaves. Okay, there we go. Okay, so slight technical difficulty there. Let me just... All right. So I wonder if you managed to figure out what happened when we went to here, and it started here, and then we got to this part, and those leaves were much, much smaller. I see that Allegra's written in something about it might have been softer. I think you're right. That's right. So when we got to here, it was a little bit quieter, wasn't it? That's why they made the leaves a little bit smaller. So did anyone figure out why these leaves are big ones and different kinds, and these ones are smaller ones? So we went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Interesting stuff, hey? So let's see if I can get my music back on again. We'll do it one more time. Hopefully. Okay, I don't think my music wants to do it one more time. I'll give it one last try. Okay. No, I think that's enough. Our music is done for today. Anyway, so Liam says that the tempo is different. Interesting. That's very interesting. So I think what you mean by the tempo is different is like the note values are different. Like these seem slower because they're longer, don't they? And then we have these parts that seem quicker because they're shorter. Very good. That's excellent that you're listening to that. And then also the other word that we learned about when the music changes volume is this, the word dynamics. And that's the word that we use for when the music goes loud and when the music goes soft. So very good. If you remembered that also. So we learned about tempo, which is the speed of the music, and we learned about dynamics. Okay, so we're going to do our song to end with today, the Down by the Bay song. So you guys have been doing really well with coming up with rhyming words. So let's see if you're able to help me out with some verses today. And I have some people that already have some verses that they've picked out. Oh, hi to Asia. Nice to see you, Asia. Glad you were able to pop in today. So we will start our song with the verses that other people came up with. And you can see them scrolling along the bottom. So if you had typed anything into the comments last time we did this song, then your verse may be here. And you'll see for the Down by the Bay song that the first one was Felix came up with was, did you ever see a snake baking a cake? Let's try that. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a snake baking a cake down by the bay? Good. And so remember the rules for this song. This one was different. This song is where we have to have a rhyming word. So it's not the same letter this time, but it has to rhyme. And Felix came up with a snake baking a cake. And Eva came up with a really good one on Monday. Did you ever see a mango doing a tango? They both rhyme, don't they? They both sound the same. So let's try that one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a mango doing a tango down by the bay? Okay, now we have the next one, and that was from Behlul. Did you ever see a fox sitting on a box? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, but I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a fox sitting on a box down by the bay? Okay, good. So that was another example of a rhyming word, a fox sitting on a box. Okay, let's see who's next up here. So we've had Felix and Eva and Behlul, and then I think Felix came up with another one. Yes. Did you ever see a stoat sailing in a boat? Good one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a stoat sailing in a boat down by the bay? Good. And the next one was from Evan. Did you ever see a cat sitting on a mat down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did Did you ever see a cat sitting on a mat down by the bay? Okay, and I see some people in grade 3 are working hard to figure one out. We have Ethan, Liam, and Henry, who came up with, did you ever see a mouse running through a house? Nice one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, up to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a mouse running through a house down by at the bay? Okay, and let's see. Did we ever see a stone eating a bone? Wow, that one is from Evan. Let's try that one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a stone eating a bone down by the bay? Okay, and we've got one from Asia to finish us off with. Did you ever see a man eating a pecan? Nice one. I like that. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a man eating a pecan down by the bay? Okay, great job. And I love it how people were thinking of some verses as we were singing the song. Excellent job. Okay, so if you think of any other ones, please do just type them in the comments. And if we haven't got to them today, we'll make sure we get to them on Friday when we do our next class. But great job, everybody. Thank you for joining us and singing along and learning some more about Vivaldi. And we'll continue on with some more of that this Friday. So we will see you then. Okay, bye for now.